Hello everyone, it is the Almighty Jeff and this is episode 211 of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Tour Part 24 of the Blood and Wine DLC. So we are still working through Pomp and Strange Circumstance. Obviously we're waiting to be given a reward from the Duchess for defeating Detlef and saving Syanna, and we've decided to do a little bit of investigating into who the fifth victim of the beast was supposed to be. So we spoke to the bootblack and he basically pointed us in this direction to find the beggars that were actually handing the letters to Detlef. So
it should be right around here.
Let's have a look.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves.
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
That we are. That we are. That's some scraps in our time.
Happy number.
I almost dumped my guts in fear.
Oh, come on. One at a time then, I suppose.
Come now, Witcher. Try me.
Come on, come closer.
That's one down. Cheeky little backhand fixes any issues.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere, were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Oh, he was like a nice fella.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the bootblack in Rue de Garl.
The bootblack. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
Oh, I'm very interested to see who this might be.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold, and we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the bootblack. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters.
We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
It's not like I gotta worry about Detlef, he's dead.
Gave it to the bootblack. Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I suppose actually the one you shouldn't be saying is Syanna, but she's not gonna
mine
dress up.
to deliver it 2 days after the feast of St. Barnabas.
I need the letter. It's very important. It's no use to you anymore.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Thank you, sir. Letter revealing the fifth victim. Ooh.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well.
Is it the
I will
Duchess?
say even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Syanna rather grossly.
Does that mean she's gonna try and kill her?
Detlef was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
It's not a brutal kill, but you know.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Detlef's last victim. Syanna planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Syanna, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Syanna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you can always ask her yourself.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
I'll get a bit more personal. There you
She
go.
used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Syanna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Detlef and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
You know what?
So,
Absolutely fair enough.
It means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Syanna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She
I love you,
treated
Regis.
Detlef cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this. Atop all that, no, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Fair enough, brother. Fair enough.
Island.
I love it. Matter of fact, it wasn't just like, I mean, I was like, oh, do I have to go? It's, you know, all this, and this. It's like, no, I'm not going with you. I can't vouch that I'm going to be well behaved if I go. I mean, it's fair enough, you know. He used one of his best friends to do the killing, and doesn't exactly seem overly, you know, tore up about everything. She just sort of, I think she's got another counterplay, does old Syanna. This is an interesting conclusion to the quest, and no mistake. I think you could have actually skipped all this as well, just gone straight to the ceremony. But now we can actually learn what the motives were and everything. Okay, this is a very convoluted way to get in. Oh, here's the guard.
Halt!
Need to see Syanna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time. Not one locked up on the Duchess's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Okay, that's cool. Oh, hang on, what's in the chest? Too exciting, but...
Well, will you stay? The Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Well,
I'm
Syanna.
to see how I fare. I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from
I
me
know
for...
who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Detlef is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Syanna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Fair enough.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
Syanna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh.
Are we getting through to her?
Meant what you said in the Land of a Thousand Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you? Ah, with all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Syanna.
Did we get through to her, or was she just acting? We shall see.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Let's go. Want to see him too.
Okay, I think we're ready.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Syanna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
Okay. Is that meant to be symbolising something, the 2 roses?
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We're not used to all this, are we?
We bestow
Just doing the job.
distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
Yay, last action hero. Be decorated with the Order of Vitis Vinifera.
Serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Very much. Shall we tell her?
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Syanna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Deadloff. You were to be the beast's 5th victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I do not believe it.
Well, I've told you, whatever happens now. Can't say that we've not given you a fair warning. And Damien knows as well. I suppose he's the head of security. It's his
In a moment,
importance.
I shall speak to Syanna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now, I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia in.
I don't know how this is gonna go. Actually, if everyone's at high alert.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister. And my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Dettlaff. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder.
The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke.
I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, dammit. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once.
She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark.
And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word.
I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you, sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
We're tickling each other. Are we getting a happy ending? Oh. There'll be no more murdering today. I don't know why I was reading too much into that. That smile she did then, I thought she was just going to be like, you just hear it like that. I don't know. Too suspicious. Some time later.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony? It was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is...
I've still got the
Good in
pants.
small sips. How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
It's a fair point.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Okay. Right. For one, put my sword back on my correct. There. I got the gloves and the mask. Read that. This time you'll see to our Duchessa Anna Henrietta knows nothing of empathy. Her heart is cold, the shard of ice you must tear from her breast. Yet first you must snap her neck quickly and to effect. Once that is done, Reyna shall go free. Okay. Okay, we should be ready to go now, I think.
This moonlight makes me, oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
I don't know who you're talking about, Regis. Oh, there's some. Oh, I think I see it. There it is. Okay, Regis.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Regis!
Who's he playing at?
Damn it, where'd you go?
Ain't got time for games, Regis.
Damn it, where'd you go?
You raise your hand against the vampire!
Oh dear.
I did what I had to do!
Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Understandable.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home, on the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Yeah, why not?
Know what? Think I just might. Come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like. To just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
Plus they've got a nice ruler now.
I I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Oh my god, that was actually really touching. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. You know what? I think you deserve a bit of a rest too, Geralt. I think you deserve a bit of a rest. Now, don't worry everybody, this is not the end of the Let's Play. Or for some of you thinking, oh, for God's sake, come on! I've been playing this game for like 5 years now, when are you getting to the end of it? That is, of course, one of the endings to the Blood and Wine. And I think either way, there should be another quest that pops up after, well, I'm assuming after the credits. I didn't know we'd be seeing the credits today. I thought we'd have the one more quest, which I wasn't planning on doing today, and then the credits play, but I guess not. But no, okay. So is this just the same credits as Witcher 3? I'm not sure. I'll leave it in just to be safe. But yeah, that is it for this side of the story. So I'll let the credits run, and then at the end we'll go through journal entries and quest logs and all that stuff. And then next episode we'll head back to that point after the attack on Beauclair started, and we'll go through the other ending, going through the different quest lines, where we will see the Unseen Elder, and then we'll go through that whole thing and the epilogue to that quest, and then we'll jump back to what will be this point after this, after the credits, and we'll go through the final epilogue quest and finish the Let's Play. So yeah, so I guess I won't give my feelings just yet because we're not there. I'll save that till the end of the Let's Play. So I will end the face cam here. I don't know if there will be anything post-credits. I'm still going to be here, so if there is, I can just cut that in. But at any rate, I will show you the journal entries we have updated today and the quest synopsis of Pomp and Strange Circumstance. So yeah, but in case you don't hear from me again before I put, let me take a second to thank my amazing patrons. My £5 patron is Ron Hyler, thanks to his channel, as well as my other £3 patrons in the description down below, and on screen secret to my £1 patrons. Thank you so much everyone, it is truly appreciated, and it goes a long way to help the channel, so I do thank you a lot for that. And if you should go Patreon, you can follow the link in the description down below, but you don't have to do that because at the end of the day, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
love to go home.